Hey, you will make it TV followers, viewers, supporters, and listeners across the globe. Thank you for clicking on another insightful segment topic with us over here at the You Will Make It TV family, where we are dedicating several new topics towards domestic violence awareness for the month of October. Though our topics may vary, that is what it's going to take because everybody's situation is different. But the more we raise awareness, not just red flags and how to spot abusers and predators and stuff like this, but sometimes talking about too how it's look, it's always the people you least expect. Why? How else does the devil bamboozle the world? You gotta use people that people think that's who criminals probably look at as a good target too. Like people that have quote unquote clean slates, clean backgrounds. They're gonna try to hurry up and pull them in behind the scenes somewhere. Why else? So they can feel like they can do what they need to do without no repercussions. But if you're new to our channel, welcome. This is You Will Make It TV, where we share inspirational quotes, divine messages, and insightful topics. I always start with my mic check and introduction, but we'll be right back so we can dive into this topic. Because have you guys seen the viral TikTok stories of people that do y'all think that's real? I think it's real. But we're going to come right back and talk about that real quick. Feel free to hit that like, share, and subscribe. Bells, all the three buttons. The share one is just how you can show your support. If you might find something useful from our segments, a piece of information, inspirational inspiration that might be a blessing to somebody else as well. All right, all right, all right. We'll be right back, guys. All right, all right. So we're back. But yeah, there's these viral TikTok stories of people who believed that the rapture was going to happen between the 23rd and 24th of September. Don't ask me why that's the date that everybody who was on this wave of trend believed that, but that's what they believed, or they feel like it would happen in the year of 2025. So we call these strong predictions, okay? They've always floated around. This is just my commentary and reaction, cause see, there's actually been an update, and now they're sharing stories of what they feel like after they done sat up there and gave all their stuff away. They call themselves, cause I'm finna give my reaction to this. It's just my reaction and commentary, but they call themselves giving away homes, cars, money, all this stuff supposedly, right? Because even back when I was going to church and we used to talk about the rapture, nobody mentioned doing that. Nobody mentioned it. Did, I know for sure because I read the Bible. Don't say like give up everything. The one story of the rich man that God asked to give up everything was him and God were talking about something. Like he was just saying, I kept your ways all my life. What else is there to do for me to be considered righteous or whatever? God told him, hey, it's one last thing since you came and asked. You can, pretty much the conversation went like this. You can go give all your riches to the poor right quick, because I'm trying to test something. You said you kept my commandments from a child up. Like you better than the rest of the people that walk the earth. Now, I'm asking you to do something personally to test your heart. And what he asked him to do is walk away from his riches. Go distribute your riches out to the poor. Everybody on the street right now. Just imagine what God would have did for that man's life. That's the thing about fear and doubt. I start talking about God, they be like, "Oh, there she go," but it's okay. Um, If he would have actually gave those riches away and followed Christ like that, who knows what would have happened for that man life. But guess what? The Bible say he turned and walked away with his head down, kind of grieving that God asked him to do that. Like, it's like God just pulled that man card like that. Like, yeah, you're not all the way with me, because look what I just asked you to do. You act like that killed you to do that. So that means you're more attached to your riches than the greater plan or something that I have for the people. He don't know somebody could have been out there praying for a miracle. God sent a rich man and told him to distribute. Let me tell y'all, God be answering people prayers way a long time ago. Do people know that? The Bible does talk about how angels have to come down here sometimes in war just to pretty much break the devil's fingers and hands off of people's blessings. But God been answered your prayer. You don't let the devil manipulate you into believing that God has forgotten about you, or your burden too great, or your situation too hard. The Bible ain't never said that. They can talk about the rapture, right? Because we're finna get there in a minute. Well, let's look at how people live on earth right now. You should be one of the last people worried about a rapture. You know your soul ain't together right now. I'm one of those that believe that. We should be too busy working on it. Because one man's story on TikTok was that a lady tried to offer to give her all his stuff. Give him all her stuff because she believed she was finna be raptured. And he said he thought about it. He said, wait a minute. So that means you think I ain't gonna be caught up in the air. You think I ain't gonna be raptured. Because why you trying to give me your stuff? He said the lady really responded. And she was like, actually naming things that she felt like he wasn't going to be caught up in the quote-unquote rapture with God because of things he do in his life that she knew about. So that's what really brought out that, oh, okay, so people probably serious. This not a game. Supposedly they was giving away money, jewelry, just giving away assets because they believe God is coming, right? Okay, so then if you turn around, now you on TikTok saying, oh, well, it didn't happen, our stuff is gone. That's crazy, bro. Because if you try to take them people back to court to get back those assets that you gave away because of your spiritual beliefs, they're probably not, because giving away and stolen is two different things. Let me make myself clear. But these people with the rapture thing, it's been said that they just gave their stuff away because they wanted to prove an act of faith. Like, yeah, we can let go of anything. Like, you should have already been like that in life. You don't just say you believe that because the rapture might happen. And then it's so crazy, it's like a cult or something weird, because there's no Bible scriptures that say, I don't think any text. There's no text out there that says a date and a time that the Son of Man shall return. But there are some believers that believe that. Like, some, it's just deeper with us. Like, how y'all know Jesus ain't already here? To me, he has reproduced him on himself. If he got the power to create us to reproduce, why y'all think he can't reproduce his presence anytime he get ready? Just like when he came, when baby Jesus came, it was like, because they say that one prophet, Melchizedek, might have been a real, well, he was like a real prophet, but he might have been, they just feel like Jesus had been here many times before through different forms, if that makes sense. When you talk about Christ, are you talking about a certain spirit? Are you talking about a certain presence, like a certain state of being? Who are you really talking about? You could call anybody, I'm not saying you should, but you could call anybody a Messiah, a king, a Lord. You wouldn't just call anybody your savior, right? You would need proof that they have actually saved you from something. Why would you just call somebody your knight in shining army? Whatever they call it. Knight in shining armor that ain't never like protected you or saved you from anything. So some titles in life, I feel like people just be wanting to squeeze themselves there because of what comes with you wearing that badge of honor. But if you didn't actually put that work in to be that, what are you talking about? Like, they think kings and queens just sit up on a throne all day. They ain't never just been like that. Do you know how much they have to do? Once upon a time, I thought this was a fairy tale too. I thought kings and queens I really thought that once upon a time. If I ever was to be asked questions about royalty, that's all I thought about them. Oh, royal kings and queens, don't they just sit on the throne all day? No, that ain't. And some of these people have a mentality that's all they want to do and call shots. And at that point, they feel like when you get to that level of life, you've made it. No, they actually be out there. I don't know what the presidents and other leaders of the world be doing, but kings and queens have always been busy people. They got a certain time they got to wake up. I'm sure they got a whole crazier routine of life that they have to live every day, starting as young children. So, anyways, y'all, I can't believe that I was seeing stories about that, because my reaction and commentary to it ultimately is that I was just hoping that this wasn't some type of like mockery, right? Because they were sharing this one guy, the stories he was sharing on TikTok. It's the same guy, the same one I'm talking about. What did it say about this guy, man? Oh, they actually, I was shocked, because people do that more today. They might want to show an insight of their spiritual practices. I don't know. They might post a picture with some of the things that they do, or in their robes, in their ceremonies. Some are probably more sacred than others. See, this other religions and cultures across the world, they ain't just trying to run and post what they do spiritually on social media. You only see that with modern day, all this new created spiritual age practices. Never have you seen them just in a hurry to show a prayer mass that they're having in Israel or Jerusalem on the national news. Now, unless it's one of the bigger prayer events that they might be having, it might get some coverage. But people be wanting all of a sudden, everybody got to know my spiritual life. No, I mean, y'all can make that a trend if you want to. Everybody still don't have to show you that about themselves. So that's what I didn't get about this trend. You want to prove to people that you're willing to give up anything in case Jesus coming back. How is that not kind of like a mockery? They'll call anything else blasphemous or mockery, or like, how is that not that? Because what are you trying to say? As you see, the rapture did not happen. All of them people that believed they was finna be taken away is still here currently, physically. So now you had the side of people that was saying, now look what y'all believed, and you still here. And then they just standing there looking like, some of them was saying they still believe it. They don't regret giving away everything. They just feel like they believe they know Jesus is coming back very, very soon, or that something finna happen. So they went ahead and saw their stuff. Because I'm like, what is that going to do? Like, you got all this money, you sold all your stuff, but the end of the world come, where you finna go spend it at? I don't know. It's just weird, because they said some of them gave the money away too. It's strange. Very, very strange times we're living in today. Because, okay, so they give up all their stuff. Now you stuck standing there with nothing. It is October 9th. Hold on. What day is it? Yeah, it's the 9th in a minute. Y'all was saying on the 23rd, 24th of September, certain religious sects and cults and believers, because do not put everybody in a box. Yes, we are supposed to be one in Christ, but at this time and in this time and days, you can't put all believers in one box. Everybody, the Bible do say, save thyself. They hate when I use that scripture, because you're not finna just whip me with the rest of the scriptures. What about that scripture? People don't want to talk about that for Domestic Violence Awareness Month, because guess what? Sometimes you're going to have to save yourself. And some teach that, there's no Jesus coming to save anybody. You better save yourself. Either way, a lot of people have said that, quote, save yourself. Nobody's coming to save you. It sounds harsh. It sounds pretty straightforward, don't it? Even the Bible say that, save thyself. And thy meant you back then. In that language, in Hebrew and everything. So, anyways, that don't mean walk around being selfish. Woo woo. Of course, if there's nothing going on, there's nothing to save thyself or the next person from, is it? It's just crazy, bro. Like, then people get mad, like, who is that person to protect themselves? It's crazy. People can be so used to not seeing it. It's actually very Not just on a particular person. They're used to people not doing it on a day-to-day basis. I told you, to me, social media broke people down in a way that they feel like they can just. But anyways, man, not only did they sell their stuff, they posted it on TikTok that they was doing it. That's what made me feel like there might have been some level of mockery about it. Like, and one lady, it said that allegedly she gave up 6 of her kids. It's just weird. And the comments was saying, well, ma'am, you don't think your kid's going to get caught up in a rapture with you if you believe in a rapture? We're trying to at least respect what you say you believe, right? Because that would be odd for, I don't know, the way these people moving, the rapture wasn't even described that it would be like that. Like, who are you to say who's going to get left here? It's funny to get a sneak peek into what the world would be like, you know, or what the world is turning into. It made me think of that one movie, The Mist, where it wasn't a rapture, but it was definitely something strange going on in a small town that had some people trapped in a little grocery store, a town grocery store, because some alien attack had happened on the earth. And these people was trapped in a store, and all of them were in different emotional states. Like, their life was so in danger, if they even took a risk or chance to try to step outside, to go to their car, or to try to get, I think it was called The Mist or The Fog. It's a spooky movie, like a thriller. But it make you think of that movie when you think about the rapture. Because anybody that went outside during that mist or while it was foggy outside in that movie, nobody ever saw him again. Whatever this was about, it's like a spooky movie. If you went outside in that fog or that mist, they just hear you scream. Like, they never saw you again. You know what I mean? So they wouldn't say, oh, that's a rapture. That's why I don't think people should play with knowledge they don't know nothing about. Why wouldn't you call that a rapture? People getting snatched up. Anytime that's happening, I would consider that a rapture. No matter who's snatching people up or catching them up in the air. But if the Bible do talk about maybe God coming to get his people, he did say that though. No man would know the time or the hour. That's why people find it blasphemous that you just sit there and spread that all over the internet, that you sold all your stuff because you believe Jesus was coming back. Don't put Jesus in it. Just say you wanted a reason to go ahead and give up on society, please, because first of all, people showing that they feel like they can dictate who is going to be raptured or not already. Like, you can just push people to the back of the line and say, pick me, Jesus. That's crazy. That's not how that would operate. Plus, he wouldn't be telling you to give up your kids, and he know you got to survive to the day you leave her. That's something I never believed in, right? It's a story going viral right now out of Texas about a woman who just kind of snapped and took all her baby's life or whatever, which I really don't like to speak on. I speak on these topics out of awareness purposes, but I know that they are sensitive topics sometimes for the surviving family members and stuff like this too. But it was the reason I had brought that up. First of all, rest in peace to the babies and condolences to the family, because that is very, very sad. I saw that. Oh, that's what I saw about it. Supposedly she told authorities, oh, they're with the devil now. Like, clear signs of, I don't want to say mental health, because I never know what she was truly going through, right? But it's just sad. Like, I think it said 2 of the babies survived, y'all, and 2, the last update I saw on the story, but it was 4 kids total she injured. And it's so stupid, because some stories are saying stabbed, some saying shot. I don't understand. That's why you can't be so quick to just speak out. You can't really have a reaction or a commentary if you don't know the full story or as much details as you can anyway. But prayers sent out there anyway to the state of Texas, because every time I turn around, it seems like it's And that's everywhere really. But if you just start seeing a certain state in the news more than others, like whole just violent, weird, people acting more violent. Do y'all think those pandemic shots have anything to do with this? Because now I'm starting to wonder. We can understand any other thing, but guys, it's literally been nothing short of violence lately, like all over the world. But shout out to, I think that was, I saw Hamas and Israel. They're coming to more, I wouldn't say agreements, but they even coming to much peace as they can these days. Everybody see, you got to think of the majority, think of the land. People want everything to end over little minor issues when they can just really move on with their life. You know, you got whole countries even coming to truces these days. They're coming to truces and putting their differences aside so that people can carry on with their lives and they can have as safe as communities and societies as possible. I think that's everybody's main. I can't say everybody's, but that's pretty much some of us still here. We would like to see that. We would like to see communities and societies and places okay again. So just as safe as can be, and it's really crazy. The actual cost of peace, war, whole pain, just to get ultimately to the side of peace. And that's why God tells us you don't have to try to seek peace alone. You really ain't gonna find it nowhere in this world without me being a part of it. I never thought talking about God this way though, like I always have with, I don't know, begin to seem crazy to some people at any point in life since I've been here, because I've always talked about God, or just seemed to have this sense, this stronger sense or something, that he was close all the time, even if I didn't fully understand. If anything, from the beginning when I first heard about God, I just automatically feared him. It was just something about the way people used to talk about God to me, even if I fully didn't know what they was talking about. Like, I can't say that, I just automatically had this respect or reverence. Like, I didn't even fully know, I never thought I would know God like I know him today. And or that a time period in the world, because the world always been like that. People like, oh, people need God today. No, people have always needed God in the world, y'all. And people have always brought God into the conversation eventually. That's what had made me mad about what I was noticing in society. Not in a point where I can't control my emotions about my beliefs, but it seemed like suddenly they wanted God to seem like a stranger to everybody, and I just couldn't do that. They wanted to see who was going to stand, even if we challenge you in your beliefs and your faith. You know, a person could challenge your faith right after you just feel like God did something for you. Right after you just witnessed God move in your life with his own hand, a person to come and challenge you and test your faith. How do they do this? They test the people, the things they feel like you love the most. But all I had to say about that as far as a commentary and reaction is people kind of went far with it. Because you got to understand, I mean, that's your preference, but be wise out here, Why make your kids and other people suffer because you just give everything away? Which y'all judging them people, but some people stuff being snatched away anyway. I just thought about that. At least you could say you give it away. You made some kind of profit, or you sold it before it's snatched, or you was ran off. You got people still being whole ran off from sundown towns and different type of towns and communities. People can barely go stay a place if they didn't, quote unquote, I don't want to be disrespectful, but check in. And you don't see the crisis of homelessness today. Not saying you just trying to let anything in your territory, your area, or maybe they trying to put a push and a stop to that too. Like, oh, ain't no more territories and areas. They're whole redistricting certain areas right now. which that's not new either. But for whatever reason, when they find necessary, a area can be whole redistrict, and people still talking about, oh, that's my city, that's my hood, that's my territory. You don't see what's happening. It ain't that I'm not the person that's changing all this. But what I'm saying is, would that mean that they're necessarily taken away from you? You can never take away who a person is to them. You know, people can be delusional and illusional, but you can't be about yourself. Nobody can. Uh, that's why I say, ain't nowhere in the Bible, don't y'all be deceived by that. I don't know what people' purpose was with trying to show, like, yeah, you have to give away all your things so you can be. I guess they say it's nice because you're leaving things, food, shelter, cars, money, to people that would be quote unquote left on earth. I had gave a theory or an analogy, like, what if the rapture is just simply a specific chosen one day being, or specific ones who survive something. Maybe that just means them transporting to a new planet, or them elevating to a new consciousness. The rapture, right? When you think rapture, you think caught up. You wouldn't think going downwards for whatever reason. When you think rapture, you think like a collective coming together some kind of way, for sure, and being caught up, like up, rapture. It has that root word I was thinking out loud, RAP, like rapture, rapid, like there's something to that. And that's the thing, the way they have movies, that's another insight. I just wanted to point out for people, they have, for those that want to know more about what we're talking about, like what is she talking about with these TikTok stories, but you can go look it up. They have movies dedicated to, I guess, trying to shed light on, their perception or their vision of what, if that were to ever take place, what it would look like, right? And it's never too late to even create new movies and new films with new creations, just like a updated version of what it could look like, right? After the world has been modernized a little more, people have been more exposed to more modern day world, like what would the rapture look like, to the new generation? So it doesn't hurt to have remakes of movies and stuff like that too. I think one of the last just major Bible movies that was in the movies was called The Prayer Room. And to be honest, I feel like I didn't never fully watch that movie. I did watch some of it. It's been that long, but I know it ain't that old of a movie. It ain't too recently came out because everybody heard about it. Or they had just other movies that might have been faith-based that did a great job in the box office. Y'all will hear me refer to the Passion of Christ a lot sometimes with certain insightful topics anyway. Because I always give reverence and say I feel like Mel Gibson and his team and his crew did a very great job. That's all I was saying about it. In my opinion, they did a great job. It never hurts to have an updated kind of like perception or version or model of how something in history could have took place. Like, people love to see that. It's a form of art. Because we all know you weren't here unless you were here. Or however that goes. Uh, all I'm saying is there's different forms of a lot of different things. So if you talk about the rapture, there might be different. Thank you, dryer. There might be different forms of how something could take place. Like, for example, I'm trying to give a good example without getting too deep. Um, there's just different ways you can do one thing. You can describe that verb as whatever you describe it as, but it could be 10 different ways to perform that one act. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, so that's the same about that. If there could be a rapture, there could be 10, 20 different ways that one act could come forth. If you talk about the word birth as well, that's just the act, that's just like the verb of something, giving birth. But there's different forms of birth, isn't there? Like birth comes in so many different forms, right? You couldn't just talk about birth and be talking about one species or one thing or one product or one machine, because I would say even machines birth products, they birth outcomes. They're built and manufactured to be able to do that. Just like they have machines out there that do stuff for people, right? When you go to a warehouse, you might see that how they have machines they call lines that help them to move all the products and merchandise along the conveyor belts and stuff like this. So there are machines that work together to help to bring one outcome at the end of the day. It might They got candy factories, all kind of factories out there. They have machines to help them bring about some of the daily products we use on a daily basis. So I think people just drive themselves crazy with a little mania with trying to figure out like exactly how the rapture is going to happen. We talked about birth, but okay, even when you talk about death, there's just like many different ways that could happen. You just saying the word death. We understand the act, but it's like, how did it happen, right? Or when a birth happened, how did it happen, right? People don't have to wonder that, they just do. Or when if a rapture is gonna come about, well, how? What form is that gonna happen in? People just thought we all gonna go up in the air. Well, I wouldn't say we all, because that's the thing about it. It had a scripture that said one shall be taken and one left behind, one gonna be in the field, one gonna be in the house. Like some would be together, some would be separated. Either way, everybody pretty much comes to a conclusion that, the way the movies would show it, the news and everybody would just start talking about how they ain't seen somebody that they've known. You know what I'm saying? Like they whole kid or family member. That's how the movie put it, because that's how they think that it would happen. With a broader perspective today, though, you could really say, with all the like modernized things we have today, there are a million ways to bring results about, I guess, if you just really wanted to. Um, and if God said, okay, well, because people believe in it, like, oh, there's going to be a second coming. It's just, people been saying it too. People been saying it for a long time. Like, how for example, he said coming and he said rapture, but how can you dictate exactly how that was going to be brought about? People be trying to control too much. They didn't write the Bible. None of the people here today, I know that for sure. It was out way before most people alive right now. That's how old the Bible, a lot of the biblical texts are, or books that were binding into this one text. That's how ancient and sacred that they are. And I just feel like they exist for a reason. Me and one of my daughters was talking about that last night. Like, it's just crazy how many different like languages and codes and symbols and stuff people like talking across the globe. They still find messages sometimes, and they gotta find really gifted people or talented people in these studies and research who can decode certain symbols and language. But I guess if you really did search, you could find somebody to do that, no matter what it is. It might would be rare. Like you trying to find somebody to decode whole ancient text. There are some people that do this probably on a day-to-day basis, but we respect them over here at You Will Make It TV, because you might have a series of numbers. Somebody could have wrote a whole letter in numbers. Like, would you be able to understand it? That's crazy. A whole 10, 20 page letter of numbers that was left, in case somebody could decode it. That's what that one movie too is about with what's that guy's name? Where he had the little girl that was going to school and they found he found some numbers or something, or his daughter found it at the playground, and he started trying to decode the messages on the paper, and stuff actually started happening around him. He felt like he was seeing dates of times that stuff was gonna happen. Really interesting movie. I'm trying to think of the guy's name. What's his name? It's like I see his face clearly, but I can't think of his name. He's a really great actor. But yeah, nobody knows exactly. That's my commentary and reaction when the quote unquote rapture is gonna take place, or they. That's the thing. If you don't know when, how you gonna know how? That's crazy. You know, you could just say once again the word exit or the word enter. But it's like a million ways to do everything. So some people just believe that too. Like, it's just you gonna see signs. The sky gonna crack open. Everybody gonna look up. But the Bible do say that too. Like every knee gonna bow, every tongue gonna confess. It ain't like a challenge or a bad thing when you say we gonna see. Like me when I say it, it's like an understanding already. Like, maybe it's a physical thing, maybe it's a heart thing. Like every knee bow, every tongue confess. The tongue confess, I believe that part is real. Where people do, maybe they don't want to speak on it, but that's just an example of pride. But it seems like, God can come to people in different ways. Once again, just like the rapture subject. How y'all know exactly how that would come about? And you feel like you being saved from something, this type of rapture, you can look at that all kind of ways. Like, the rapture could really be everybody, children and grandchildren and great grandchildren. They could be the way out, right? Imagine people being sent to you to be the way out or the way to a better path or something. But instead, you're wasting time talking about how. Because it does matter. You do talk about it. But, we got to be about action and stuff too. All of us. Because that's the thing. Whether you believe in the rapture or not, everybody have an expiration date. There's some expiration dates. That's all I feel like they prove. Like, people steady time and time again try to go rush and see to know before somebody else when somebody else gonna die. Like, that's just a dark way to live. You shouldn't be wanting to check somebody's death date before God Almighty. But that's just my opinion and my reaction to that. Because the rapture might not be death. They feel like they just going to get caught up in the earth like they were saying on TikTok. That's why they were selling their items and belongings and stuff. They feel like they're not transitioning over and crossing over. They feel like they're going straight into the one prophet they did talk about in the Bible that happened to. Like, it's not written anywhere that he died. He just pretty much walked into a new. They say it's possible for people to do that. I mean, anything is possible if you ask me. They say it's probably even more common. Like, people know how to walk in and out of different probably timelines, and maybe that's why they feel like they can see the future. Like, they can go walk in another year and come back here and just watch you. Just imagine that. Just if you really want a creepy story, because it's like Halloween anyway. Talk about creepy. Because some people do believe in time travelers. It's like, how can you talk about the rapture without talking about time travelers? Because if you say you really believe in it, you believe that you're just going to be caught up in gravity and thin air into the air and shot up straight into heaven. It's not to mock it. That's what I said. I feel like they doing that because of the act. They try to show off that they went and sold and gave away all their things, right? But I still would be willing to talk to a person who did that to hear their side of, you know, why they had a strong belief to do that. Anyways, this one guy, he was showing screenshots and signs like, oh, it was just real weird. He was just like, he actually had pictures and stuff of signs and messages just like out in the regular world of like numbers. He felt like meant some letters. I literally saw it. It was a TikTok. It was a TikTok story, but it was more of them just talking about that, like a whole little groupie group or whatever you want to call it. Even if them people don't know each other, they all had a similar belief or that they stand on together. We might as well get used to it. I bet we'll see more of that. Like just and from your stance and point of life, you look at what they believe as, as crazy or why care at all. But one thing everybody can't deny when it's a great crisis affecting everybody, no matter what you believe, that you just can't put to the side. It's like people already giving up hope. Let us go ahead and let us go ahead and click up and just make and do our own thing because, at least some people, they feel like they already understand that. Like, we can't control everybody, but they probably get with their own groups of people that do believe what they, I don't know. I guess I understand it, right? Who really feels strong alone? You better go watch some movies. There's some people that it was just them, and whole towns of zombies or crazy stuff happens, which zombies can sound far-fetched, but I don't know what y'all think that is. Every zombie movie started as a virus, bro. That's why it's prevalent. It's very prevalent. Whether a rapture happened or not, things like the black plague and different outbreaks and plagues have happened before on this land. That's all. You're not trying to shed fear or share it. And the plagues were all different too. They've just been known to attack places, land masses and stuff at one time before. They feel like, oh, we got a medicine for this, we got a medicine for that. Okay, COVID-19 showed us they did not actually have a medicine for everything. Some of this stuff be brand new. They don't want to tell the people. They want to tell you. Maybe that's how it is. They want to tell us after they feel like they already found it. Some kind of vaccine or cure or something that can help the person. But I am willing to believe there have been a way more uptick of germs, bacteria, because that just like we evolve as people, we even evolution is very prominent in growth with the human race. But just like we do that, other things do. And they be living organisms. You're gonna learn this. You're gonna see this in science. Bacteria, fungi, some of that stuff is considered whole living organisms. Regardless of the purposes it serves, it also serves negative purposes. That's my point. So yeah, you can only trust medicine so far anyway. That's crazy to ever have made people like, oh, you should 100% depend on some type of medicine before just healing the problem. The most I don't know, that would seem to be the most quickest resort. Like, why be on one medicine for 20 years? Not to question life or anything, right? But I do think about it. As we all should, because some people feel like they was fine, right? Or they might have had an issue, but they do have stories out there of people that feel like their issue got whole worse after taking the medicine. Literally. And it don't take long. You can have a side effect. I just feel like most people do understand you don't The bottle won't even tell you that. Don't take it no more. You have a side effect. Don't take it no more. Why would you? Why? You don't wait on them to tell you, oh, let's switch or don't take it no more. No, as soon as you notice that, your body gonna tell you. As soon as you notice that, don't even take it no more. That ain't even just that. You shouldn't have to take something and see your reaction to it before you decide. You can already be at a more top tier awareness, knowing what's in it, knowing the list of side effects, knowing if those side effects, talking to your doctor about how, if they could or could not be possibly uh, bad for you. They want to rush through those parts of the conversations. It's okay for people to ask about medicines before they are prescribed to them. Period. Cause people don't want to hear it. It's Halloween month. Those zombie movies, they could teach you something, and they've had other movies. They always start out as an outbreak. It's an outbreak of some type of virus, bro. They didn't just wake up and become the whole town became. Or I saw this one movie, it was real good. I think it was what the people, they end up finding out it was what the people drank. Something had ended up happening to the water. Like whole movie showing you that that really could happen, even if the movie's old. What kind of bacteria? Because certain stuff is not even supposed to mix or be in the same or be too much of it. Of course, that's going to start a spread in itself. But some viruses, I guess it's just old fashioned stuff. A cough, a sneeze, a few symptoms, right? With a zombie apocalypse. And what's crazy, my little, it doesn't matter. One of my little kids, she was like, what's crazy? No, I'm going to tell her the testimony. She's only 2. She was like, zombies. Sometimes she wake up crying, trying to tell me. I'm like, okay, now you try to tell me nightmares. That's cool. So mama, she listened to it. And she was like, I dreamed about a zombie, mommy. And I was like, it's okay, baby. Mommy's right here. Ain't no zombies in here. But I do understand. She ain't the only one in this generation lately. That's what's crazy. She one of the new babies of the world. Like, other people been dreaming about zombies and stuff. And just more accepting the reality that something like that could happen, right? How else would you protect yourself? Because a person in a zombie-like state, ain't no telling what they'll do. It's a zombie. They only mission is to feed. It's like something with the brain. That zombie stuff. In most movies, they do not find a cure for it. It's almost like a human catching rabies or something. Certain bacteria and diseases can deteriorate you from the inside out like that. Like the things that people think is bad, it's really not. Like, have you watched some of these movies? You can think that it's far fetched. That's why the movie gonna show you too. If something like that actually go down, yes. Why wouldn't you think FEMA and the military and different people might have to come out there? Everybody acting like zombies. They would have to be bigger than the police at that point. Like, damn, everybody zombies? Oh, because in the movies, most time they gonna sit there, they gonna shut down the area. They gonna, because why would they want to let the infection or the contagion or virus or the plague, why would they want to let that spread? Everywhere they see that it's at, that's why during COVID, they set up testing sites. You had no excuse during that pandemic. You had whole free testing sites that would give you a free test, and some places required it. The point of that is so it's not spreading, because when it gets to that level, that seems like the smartest, fastest thing you try to do. You can't control that it's already there, but you can try to control, the numbers, because then you will have fuller hospitals and stuff. I heard a lot of them been getting fired and laid off too. This is really an interesting time in history, bro, because if something like that break out and you don't have as many staff and stuff like that as you used to, I just feel like more people will probably be working for themselves because if you still have medical personnel experience, you can still be out here helping people. And it shouldn't take gruesome situations in our lives for us to see that actually your whole purpose the whole time was to use your gift to help serve people and help one another. All of us. Just imagine if everybody was doing that anyway. And though we have it's like a battle on our hands, like people want you to actually not fight against it or like no, things are changing, bro. Like the pandemic showed you that something like that could break out. One outbreak like that, bro, they have to contagion the whole area. You could say, oh, that's just 10 people over there. That ain't my problem. If you in the area of them 10 people, you could be very well. I don't know how many people it take with the CDC and everything for it to be considered that type of level of outbreak or something, but they will try to contagion it. So things are more serious than people be trying to make it. Period. You staying quiet don't help, but people gotta understand. You can talk till you blue about some subjects. People ain't gonna listen either. But at least you can say you just be feeling better because you like. I know I talked till I was blue. You feel better, like maybe going to sleep or something at night. But the ones that it's just crazy. It's like you don't see this. The world, different things could actually transpire. Those are not just movies. There are areas before they probably have had to shut down after stuff happened and ban access to the public and stuff like this. And yeah, contagions and bacteria and infected places is a reason that they might do it. Period. Period. Yes. We thank you guys for tuning in. I just thought I would give my reaction and commentary to people's reaction. You know, it's like, and they calling themselves Christians. Like, oh, we Christians, we believe we should sell all our stuff. Once again, I'm not gonna mock it. It's just like you can't put everybody in one box because every believer wasn't out there doing it. It's like what kind of narrative or they said they was doing it too. It's like they try to push more negative perspective or negative narrative about a certain group sector of people. You have Christians of all races these days, you know, and still prayers and positive thoughts and prayers too. Because you never know who God can send a miracle to. God sending a miracle to one sometimes could bless 10 or 20,000, right? That's why the devil be willing to go through so many to get to one, because God will go through many to get to one just as well. Just to leave us off with that, nobody, I don't feel like the rapture is something you can fight a person over. That's the thing about it. You wouldn't be in control anyway of who's coming back with his mighty sword and horse if he said to save his people. It wouldn't be nothing probably you could do it. I know anything is possible, but at the last minute, like it was never about money. Somebody was saying currency could go digital and all of that probably soon, you know. If they could be made possible though, I know there's going to be more heightened security with the way people can know things as a certain way today will be another way tomorrow. And it's like we done had so many experiences just in the past 10 years. Like I don't even mean just me, like our country, our world, our earth all together. I don't see how people don't see that yet. Like, you don't want to stay too attached to anything. I do understand those that was like caught up in the whole rapture theory with that part. Like, yeah, you don't want to have those natural attachments hanging off your life, your whole life, because at the end of the day, when you die, you can't take it with you. So why would you wait till like, oh, I feel like I'm in the number of the rapture to give up all your items? God knows what we have to, in my opinion, survive. And what we need is necessities from day to day. Even when we're being excessive and having more than we really even need. Because think about the word need. But if you have a want, you have more wants surrounding you too. It is worth being grateful for. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember to hit that like, subscribe, and share button to show your support. And until next time.